Hey everybody, welcome. Happy Halloween. Welcome to Beyond the Horror, episode 8 for Apocalypse. And give a very loving, warm welcome to my guest, Kenny Joseph.
Hello, y'all know what it is.
Hell yeah, Kenny. Now, I already know the mistake that I made during my review. I do kind of think that maybe I shouldn't have rated this episode so high. I give this one an 8.5. Simply for some things that happened. But I guess in talking with you and then seeing some of the other, members and other viewers about how they really weren't so impressed with the episode. And though I do see why. We've had so much shit happen this season and we're only on episode 8, A lot of stuff hasn't been answered. And we're still wondering a lot of stuff, but yeah, we really didn't get any closer to any of the questions that we ever wanted or needed in this episode, except for Miss Mead. We are not even in the present. Kenny, I do have to say that is maybe one disappointment in this episode is that we did not go back. And Kenny's probably thinking, that's the one disappointment at this episode, bitch? Really? One? But there, it really was. I just don't understand it. I'm so sorry. The dog was just doing, kind of caught my attention. He's kind of licking at himself, and the allergies have my poor dog really itchy right now. So I've been just trying to keep an eye on him. But I don't understand why they don't go back to the present. And I miss it. This whole past thing. I mean, we've been in the past since episode fucking 3.
Oh my goodness.
Seriously, episode 3, we've been in the past.
I'm going to say this.
This is a good one.
For those who don't want to hear moping, complaining, anything, probably just click off for a minute. I'm going to say this. Motherfucker, who is, I mean, unless, and I'm just keeping it real, unless we're going to have either more than 10 episodes and they're pissing on our leg, or unless next season is going to, I guess, tie in with what's been going on, they cannot wrap up all of this within 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And I will say 36 episodes, and we only got the answer to Miss Me, which honestly, and it's, nothing against the writers, nothing against Kathy and whatever, but
absolutely,
they could have explained Miss Mead in the whole 5 to 10 minute sequence.
I agree. It didn't truly need an entire absolute episode dedicated to it. So, yes.
And it was cute. They had the whole Miss Venable, she got the purple idea, this and that. But honestly, I feel like we were wasting time, precious time, if it's going to be 10 episodes with this episode. And I wasn't here for it. Honestly, it didn't. Maybe last week we had our hopes up too high, like we were thinking Scathach, he was in the woods or whatever. Which, by the way, they still didn't explain what he was doing in the woods before they got burned, because he went to the woods after they got burned. So what was he doing, anyways? That's besides the point. But I'm just like,
maybe he was losing his Antichrist virginity.
Okay. And they said there was going to be a boink scene with Michael. I don't know, whatever, but...
Really? Okay, so I'm so sorry to be alive. I've heard of that theory. When I put out the Michael versus Scathach video, somebody had sent me a message that they really liked my theory because they thought it could be true, because there was a theory going, or an idea, a rumor going around, that Michael was going to be getting down to the dirty South with somebody. And I thought they were just joking, but I see now that it really wasn't.
Like, I would really be shocked if they explain Timothy, Emily, Mr. Gad, like they wrap up all those storylines and also go back to the present and have some more scenes of that. I think it was a miscalculation of the writers or whoever was in charge of the title for this season. I don't think it should have been Apocalypse. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because we only got 3 episodes of the actual Apocalypse. It's Coven 2, pretty much, meets, it could have been like something else. I don't know. That's just me. When I think of
I
apocalypse,
completely
I'm
agree with
thinking
you
of
on that, Kenny.
just yeah. It's and I'm not one to complain, but it's just I don't think personally. I thought the first maybe two episodes were not necessarily fillers, but they were just building up to something. At this point, when we got two episodes left, there should not have been a filler, especially 35 minutes. And that's just what I think about it. So therefore, I'm going to sentence it to 6.5 stars, unfortunately.
I'm going to give my wonderful soul sister, Tammy Sifford, who's in the comments, I'm going to give her props on her favorite show, The Walking Dead. Even when The Walking Dead did filler episodes, they were worth more value to the show and the storyline and the characters than the action ones. The ones where so much happened, people more enjoyed them. But yeah, the filler episodes were actually the better. And excuse me, I must say that this is pre season 7. Anything after season 7 is just total shit. I'm so sorry, Tammy. I love you so much. I love The Walking Dead. I would never speak bad
I
about the
quit
show,
when
but it
Glenn
really
died. Did he die
is
season
shit after
7
season
or was
7.
it 6? I quit when Glenn died.
Season 6 was going to be the best damn season of all. Hands down, it was going to take the cake and it completely eclipse any other season finale of any other show of any other universe until that fucking ending. If they just would not have ended it the way that they did, it probably would still be number 1, but it just bit the big one, went
Okay.
down. Tammy, Negan is life. Sorry, not sorry, she says. No worries,
He
Tammy.
was a great
I
character,
just
but I just think other than that, it was lacking a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is that I was hoping that even in the filler episodes, because they were filler, that even in previous seasons, well, maybe except for after Hotel, Roanoke and Colt really didn't have some great filler episodes, but Hotel and Freak Show and Coven and Asylum and Murder House, a lot of them had those filler episodes, and even though they were filler, some twist happened. Some information was revealed that made the viewer go, ooh. There were a lot of things maybe that didn't happen because they happened before or after the episode, but they slowly packed the punches in those filler episodes. So making them just as worth the actionable ones. And I'm just really sad that, yes, that did not happen this episode. Though I do have to say, the whole Coke and whores and technology and selling your soul to Satan, that was cool. Unnecessary, but that was pretty badass. I gotta say. So I guess we should go on ahead and just go over the synopsis real quickly.
Well, they released next week's
Oh
episode,
my god!
and I'll let you guys watch it, and then I'll rant about it.
Oh no! Oh no, Kenny! Don't tell me. Does it suck? Kenny, don't tell me this. Kenny, don't tell me. Does it suck?
It just looks like a continuation of this episode, and I'm not understanding.
Oh no! All right, let's move in. Oh no! Don't show me yet. Hold on. Pause. There we go. Let's do a screen share then. Let's all go watch it. So if you all hang on with me, we'll watch it together. All right. Screen share. Share. Oh, no. I don't need to go to Google Hangouts. No, damn it. Stop playing it. Hey, it just stopped right there on Coco when she cried. Oh, that's weird. I hope they're not just re-showing us stuff. Okay. Make sure the volume's all the way up. Volume's turned up there. It's 29 seconds, and let's go. Of course, as usual, Kenny, we're going to watch this twice, okay? All right. Let's go, bitches. Shit. All right. Let's see that once more.
Okay, it looked like Zoe was like seizing out and puking or something, and then
Yeah,
Cordelia was on the bed, just freaking out.
yeah. A lot of people asked why wasn't Zoe in the actual current, present time in the outpost. Nobody really knew why, but she's in the flashback. So I guess now we're gonna know. I guess Michael's going to probably kill her.
Yeah, she's like something's happening to her at
Oh,
19
Madison's
seconds.
gonna get bitch slapped again.
Okay, Madison gets
Woo!
bitch slapped. Somebody points a gun to Evan's coconut head character. Um, I don't know his name. I don't really give a shit.
Wait, why is it the murder house right there?
I think that was seen from like last week's,
Right,
or not
because
last week.
because this one is from yes, last week's. And this is new. I see what you're talking about with that does look like Zoe being brought out of the water with Myrtle. I see. It looks like they're doing that little thing that they did. Oh, looks like that the girls are doing the thing that the warlocks did at the warlock school. And then somebody looks like they're having a really bad constipation. That's just some hard shit.
I think Cordelia bitch slaps Madison.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then look, there's them being, burned alive again. So they're showing us fucking clips and images of, we've already seen that with Michael. That's new. That looks so Dario Argento.
Okay, great. We get the origins of the cooperative, but it better not be like a whole 40-minute like explanation. Like, please.
So is that Madison right there? Right there, or is that Zoe? Shoot, I thought it was.
It looks like Mallory and.
Oh, because wait, there's Madison right back there. There's Mallory. There's Myrtle. This is, I don't know, some hot bitch wearing a black dress with some hot knees right there. So I don't know. I think that looks, yeah, like Zoe. Damn it, this progress bar has got to make it a little hard to see.
I mean, it looks like Cordelia croaked.
Oh, you're right, because that's her from the end over here or something,
But we know
right
that's
here.
not true because she's in the present. So, I mean, somebody points a gun at Evan's new character's head at 17 seconds.
Is that what it is? Is that Evan? Oh, thank you. I thought that was a woman. I'm so sorry. I really did. I didn't recognize the bowl cut. I'm so shocked with that bowl cut. I don't think I'll ever get over that. So no, you are definitely right about that. That looks like a girl's hand too. Right there.
Holy vey.
Definitely looks like we've never actually done this before in the episode. So yeah, so that's Cordelia. You're right. Okay.
Now, where are they at though? Like, where's he at?
Oh, that's a good point. I don't really recognize. Maybe they are in the academy, and it's just the coloring, and we can't kind of tell.
Yeah, where are the witches at? Because I don't know.
Is that a Shaw? Is that Misty Day Shaw right there?
Ooh.
Maybe they took her to Misty's nice little love shack in the woods.
I don't know. I didn't think she had electricity, but.
No, I bet you that's candles, darn it. There we go. That looks like candles or natural light. Because that's definitely Madison. That's definitely Mallory. That's
I'm hoping at this point they blast me off the couch and maybe it's Scathach's cabin.
If I literally do not stand up and shave my own head from the wig being snatched so hard, I don't know how I'm going to live with myself. I was so damn impressed with this season so far, and now we're not getting anything. It's just we're stuck almost in limbo before we're getting to hell. And I don't know what the fuck this is. That's why I kind of stopped. I can't really see what that says up there. It's not clear enough. But it looks like somebody's opening.
I would have thought that the last episode 8, 9, and 10 would be in the future. Like, that's what I would have thought. But, I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. All right. Let me fix it. That way I can bring it, yeah, back to the camera.
And I'm just
All
gonna say
right.
this: I'm not normally one to like complain, but like, oh, I can't not complain.
But what I really loved was how the one thing about how they all got Ryan Gosling on Thursday.
Oh God.
That was incredible. I love that. That scene with Cordelia in the bed, like it is shot exactly the same way as the scene where Vivian is giving birth to Michael. Oh,
Oh.
damn. Debbie just got me there with that. Guys, don't forget, if you're enjoying the stream and you're watching it, please give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And as soon as this episode processes on this channel, I will obviously go post it on my MaryGirl Moody channel, which we are getting very close to coming out of live stream jail. Whoa.
Yay.
And all right, so let's go over the synopsis and we can kind of talk a little bit more about the episode. Now, it was written by Josh Green, and to me, I don't remember seeing his name recently, so I don't remember seeing him either for Roanoke or Colt. I don't even think for Hotel, so he might be fresh blood to the show. And it's directed by Bradley Bucker. Now, our favorite Antichrist, guys, has a broken heart after he discovers that Miss Mead has been burned at the stake. This is when Cordelia tries, which I don't understand. Cordelia is so powerful and smart. But at this time, I was just thinking how fucking dumb she was for offering her hand to Michael to show him the right way after she fucking burned the woman who he considered as his mother and the two people who believed in him most. What the fuck? That is like killing someone's family in order to bring them into submission, in order to make them like you. No, I don't know what. I mean, I get why Cordelia obviously burned them at the stake. That's, that's no doubt, obviously. But the way that she breaks it down to Michael is that now that the negativity is gone from his life, he could rise up and he can be the good person that he's meant to be, and Cordelia can show him how. It was very egotistical, very vain, very godlike. And I mean, Michael just was not having any of that shit. And he was like, I'm going to kill you and your whole fucking coven. And it was so chilly. I mean, it was just a great little scene, but it was very quick. I was very surprised at how that short of an opening that was for American Horror Story. But Cordelia does confirm to us that Miss Mead's soul is hidden into another person's body. I don't know. She didn't really break it down, but only Cordelia can break the can break the spell. And of course, Michael, being a spoiled fucking brat, he calls his dad when he's alone in the woods, and he really loses his shit. I mean, I kind of want to say I felt a little bad for him. I mean, did you feel a little bad for him, Kenny? Kenny, did you hear?
Oh, yeah. Hell no.
Well, I mean, he was like, I'm lost. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Maybe it's just the good person in me that just wants to tell him, snap the fuck out of it, you evil asshole.
Yeah, I would have kicked his skull in while he was down. Then we would have avoided the whole apocalypse.
Exactly, because we are still before the fucking apocalypse.
And it's titled Apocalypse, everybody. Just keep that in mind.
How many episodes now have taken place before the apocalypse? 5?
If the fucking finale is still in the past, I will take a hot bag of shit and light it on fire on Ryan's doorstep. I swear. It's getting ridiculous at this point. Like, come on.
No, I completely agree.
And
I apologize.
Sum up like, oh my goodness, like, unless the episode, can somebody confirm if the episode's like an hour and a half? Hopefully,
something. Give us something.
If the finale is 36 minutes, I will smash my TV or something. I don't know what I would do.
I mean, that means that they had at least over 20 minutes of commercials. Fuck that.
Can I
because
just
the
say this
opening
now
sequence is only
too?
like
This
30
episode was
seconds.
probably just. I mean, again, like no disrespect. This episode was probably just because they were all busy filming like episode 6, episode 7, and stuff. So they just like, okay, we're gonna film this little episode. It's gonna be 35 minutes. Oh, we're gonna get to do this and this, and then there you go. There you go. That's the episode. That's what it seemed like.
But I just love how you point out too about how this is the apocalypse and only just a couple of episodes have taken place in the apocalypse. Hmm. Yeah. Damn. And I
But
apologize.
it's not even like the apocalypse. They were just in an underground bunker. Like that's just like
Yeah.
what's that show on Netflix? Like Kimmy Schmidt or whatever. Like they were
Oh yeah,
underground.
the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Absolutely, that's a great show.
It shouldn't have been called the apocalypse or something. I'm sorry. Like when I think of apocalypse, I'm thinking of Walking Dead. Like
Yeah,
it just
zombies, something.
Yeah, like ugh.
Guys, if I seem a little like tonight, it's because I have not slept since. Okay, it's Wednesday night, not Tuesday night. Sunday night, since the last time I actually got to go to bed and get some sleep. I decided on Monday night, I'd been running really behind on my videos, so I just kind of stay up and pull an all-nighter. And then that was Monday night. And then last night, my daughter got up with a fever literally right after I crawled into bed at like 10:30. So I literally have not had one moment of sleep.
Not to mention, we've been dealing with the fuck shit on the group.
Exactly. We've been dealing with the freaks of AHS and then with my videos. And then I don't drink any caffeine. I don't eat chocolate. I can't eat certain things anymore due to my health restrictions now. So I can't have anything artificial to help me go right now. So I'm just literally flying on just pure insanity. And it's Halloween night, so it's fun. So if you're kind of wondering what the fuck is wrong with Mary, I'm tired. So
didn't Ryan say like verbatim something along the lines of like, okay, there's gonna be a season with Coven, Murder House, and then we're gonna like not tie in, but we're gonna also explain in a different season like Scathach a little bit more. Like, am I like crazy?
No, you are not crazy. That's what he said.
Like, yeah. I mean,
Cooks, baby, stop, Cooks. Oh my God. I'm sure you can hear him over here licking himself. I am so sorry. The poor dog has been going through. It's my daughter. The poor dog has been going through allergies like I have. So his skin is really red and itchy right now. So everybody in the house is kind of right now going through weird allergies due to Texas. But I completely agree with you, Kenny. We should all get together and digitally send Ryan Murphy a flaming bag of dog shit, like to his email, his social media, and all that stuff. If he doesn't bring us back into the present, which it does look like a little bit next episode, he might, but I think I'm just looking at it wrong. So yeah, I absolutely agree with that. I don't know where the fuck they're going with this right now.
I don't know why also in this episode, the whole like satanic church and stuff, why that was a big like part of it. Like
Sandra Bernhardt guest starred, and I liked her on there. I did like it because she has been on Ryan's shows before. She was in season 1 of Pose. Her part was incredibly short, but she was really good. It was nice seeing her in there, but some of the viewers of my review were commenting how it looked like an SNL skit. And it sure did. I mean, they focused a lot.
Yeah. Cookies, it was like a comedy hour type of thing. I don't know. I feel like it wasn't necessary. Like a whole half an hour of that. Like,
did we really need to know that Madeline was the one that introduced him or that, tried to pick him up in the Church of Satan and introduced him to Muff and Jeff?
Do we even need to have this Madeline character and Evan and Billy's? Like, did we need all that? Like,
yeah.
I would have rather had more of Mr. Gallant than this new one, at least. I don't have much to say. Like, nothing positive, at least. I tried to watch it. Lord knows I tried to watch it with just not judging it, but It was 2 a.m. It
You were
was
judging.
storming. I wanted to go to
Yeah.
bed, and already I saw 35 minutes on the clock, and I got pissed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't notice the 35 minutes at first. I just I was watching, and then after a few minutes I realized I was halfway through the episode, and I was like, whoa, what the hell did that happen?
I gotta say what really pissed me off too, when he was in the woods drawing the circle. At first I was pissed, and then I got, for like a split minute, or not even, I was like, okay, oh shit, is Scathach gonna pop out of the woodworks?
Yeah.
I don't know if I was just, thinking too much, like, oh my god, like my expectations, high expectations. But
I didn't want to see Michael go whine in the fucking forest about to his dad about his problems. I wanted to see him go and fight Scathach to the death, you know?
well, I mean, if we think about it too, like, okay, she's the OG Supreme, and she has, okay, the Supremes right now, like Cordelia, like she thinks she has all the, like, she thinks she's like very powerful, this and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
But if Scathach was killed off, she would get all of her power, enough to like take on Michael. So I would have thought that, either she would have just been introduced somehow into the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm just high expectations. I don't know.
No, we all had high expectations, and maybe we still do somewhat. Maybe we're hoping that they're really going to pull their shit together for the next couple of episodes. I do believe, though, they will be longer than those 35 minutes. And, of course, FX Plus uploaded that fucking episode at 2 a.m. There was no way I was watching that when my daughter was so sick. I can't watch it with my kids around due to the sex and the violence and stuff like that on it. So
I also got another bone to pick with next week's episode.
Oh, what's that?
This Russian coven, or Russian characters, and we're getting introduced to new goddamn characters the episode before the fucking finale, which we're still in the past. So I don't know why we're getting introduced to new characters. I don't know why. I mean, I guess they have some sort of relevance. I'm hoping they have relevance, because it's the episode before the finale, so I'm hoping there's not fillers. But I mean, at this point, I don't know.
Well, Kenny, when I was doing my Michael versus Scathach video, I was talking about, or excuse me, my Miss Mead theory video, the technology that created her. I was talking about how that if my theory was correct, and I'll just go on ahead and say it now in case anybody hasn't watched the video, so I'll say spoiler. The main theory was that she was alien technology. And I know that that was quite ambiguous, and that's not obviously how it turned out. And sadly, my dog is still right here, scratching himself severely. Cookie, please stop, baby. You're really distracting me, honey. I was petting him. I was scratching him with my nice nails, and he keeps going right there to keep scratching himself. I feel so terrible for him. I keep forgetting right there. It was something about Miss Mead, but what I'm not remembering right now, I was asking also on my Twitter who would win in a battle between Michael Langdon and Scathach. It was a vote for the Twitter followers to vote on, and 39% picked Michael Langdon and 61% picked Sexy Scathach. And I just wanted to give those results out very quickly now, because I finally remembered what I was going to talk about. Excuse me. And I was going to yes, pull back to the Miss Mead theory video, and it was supposed to be about that it was alien technology. And I was talking in my theory video about how that just might be too much for American Horror Story right now. And I kind of went on this diatribe when I had actually created the video, but I ended up cutting a lot of it out because I just didn't think people would probably understand what I was trying to say. But basically, every element that goes into the series of American Horror Story this season is like stacked neatly on top of a camel. And whenever you put too much on top of this camel, everything's going to fall apart and come crashing down, and it's all going to look like crap. And I was thinking that if they just put aliens right on the top of that poor camel, that's what would happen. The whole season would just turn to crap because it's just too much. And it's kind of seeming like, yeah, they might not have done that with aliens or something, but they're still doing it to the seasons. With this season, they're adding in new characters when we are still questioning about Timothy and Emily. I know they're dead, but damn it, they had a special reason to survive. The fuck is that? That's so ambiguous. We still have questions about what that possibly meant. And the fact that they are not giving us any answers.
And where's Kyle?
Yeah. I mean, isn't Kyle supposed to be on there? I mean,
I didn't
even
really care for his
the
character that much, but a simple we got a divorce or he moved on or he's doing this, he's doing that, he's going to school.
he was killed.
Yeah, he's getting his education. Like anything could have sufficed, but the fact that they didn't say anything yet, it's just like
yeah.
I mean, I will say this though, to be positive for one thing. The only good thing I have to say, and it's not even about the show, it's FX Plus. They stepped their shit up. They uploaded it. It was exactly 2 a.m. I refreshed it. I saw it. I mean, bravo, kudos, great.
Yeah. Do that the next 2 weeks, FX Plus.
Yeah, really. I mean, unfortunately, I won't be continuing my membership with FX Plus because let's face it, AHS is the only reason. Unfortunately,
Absolutely.
yeah. But I mean.
Well, now we can move back to where Michael was at the church. He showed everybody basically the 666 that's behind his right ear, which essentially proved to them that he is the Antichrist. So when they're all sitting there, the Church of Satan, I guess, they're also overwhelmed with Michael that they've given him all this food. He was hungry and he was cold, and whenever they had first met him, so they're trying to help him out now and trying to please him, basically. So they're asking him what is his next move in his whole grand scheme of things. And he tells them that he doesn't know. And they're shocked. They're like, what do you mean you don't know? And he says, look, I may be the Antichrist, but I did not get an instruction manual. I don't know what to do. And I lost one of the only people in my life that I really loved. And so this opens Madeline to introduce her to Jeff and Mutt, who are the two people, God bless you, sweetheart, who created the technology behind Miss Mead. Now, as I discussed in the Miss Mead, the technology behind her theory video, the United States, no other country in the United States has that technology that those two possess. It simply does not exist now in 2018, and it sure as shit didn't exist before the apocalypse.
2019.
Yeah, well, the apocalypse happened in 2019, so that we're still before the apocalypse. So this is like 2016, 2017 that we're in right now.
And see, it would have, okay, also...
You have no idea where we're at right now in the storyline, huh?
Right. It would have made even more sense, like, if all along they would have just, because Hotel ended at 2022, it would have just made sense that they would have just said the apocalypse happens 2025, 2024. Like, we wouldn't be having to be thinking, like, how are they going to tie this in? How is this going to happen?
Yeah.
Like, oh, and also, like, again, with this new Russian coven or whatever, like, I mean, sure, if we had 13 episodes and we had time to kill, whatever, I would be okay with that. But, well,
there's two
kind of got to tie in,
episodes left.
Timothy and Emily. Yeah, we got to, Gallant, Kyle, things like that. So I really I can't see that.
Having only 2 episodes left is like having only 2 precious gasps of air left when you're drowning.
Right.
And those last 2 gasps are the most important to you and vital to your survival.
And let's face it, also,
show does this to us, but it's awesome.
We also got to face it, like, I mean, odds are we're not going to see the Coven characters ever again. If we're only going to have 10 seasons. I mean, I can't, unless it's like, like all together, we're not going to see them again.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, we did see Queenie like 3 seasons, and we did see, what's her face? 3 seasons. It's just, I don't know. I think I kind of want more Coven scenes since I'm hoping they're going to wrap up their story.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, a simple, okay, like I said in the chat, like a simple Kyle went to college. He's doing this. Not just like, oh, Evan tweets Frank and Kyle and this and that. I'm returning pretty much. And then we just don't see it. What up with that? And we get this new character. Also, Joan Collins said she would be playing 3 or 4 characters. We've only gotten 2.
2, okay. Well, one character that we did get back this episode was the receptionist to Jeff and Mutt, who is Venable. Guys, we finally, we see Venable again after all this time. Now, again, this is before the apocalypse, but we finally get to see what she did before the apocalypse. She was their receptionist, and oh my God, she's dressed in purple, completely head to toe, and she is the most incredible bitch. I loved her. I loved her character this episode. I do have to say, Venable to me was the only thing that truly saved this episode from being shit.
What did she say? Don't call me babe.
Yeah, don't call me babe. Now,
she was still walking around with that damn cane, like stomping
yes.
it around. Yes.
Now, Mutt, who is Billy Eichner's character, excuse me, wins the one-liner award this episode when he says to this girl who's giving him a BJ under the desk while he's working, he starts zipping up his pants immediately during the process of it. And she shouts out, you know, hey, I'm working. And he retorts with the one-liner award when he says, oh shit, I'm sorry, I forgot. Really? You forgot? That is got to be the biggest insults that you could probably give to a woman who's being paid for that service. Yes.
It was a burn, and she also, you know, did get burned.
Yes.
Quite literally.
It was a burn, Kenny. It was something that was trauma unit type of burn, sadly. So, yeah. All right. I'm so sorry. I accidentally scrolled way too far. Okay, so when Jeff and Mutt question Michael, just to make sure he really is the Antichrist, Michael literally burns that prostitute alive right where she stands. And then Michael flashes his demonic O face at the guys, and they literally drop to their knees and praise Michael. And I have to say, guys, if you haven't watched this episode, record it tonight, get some liquor and a shot cup. In a shot glass, excuse me, because they're going to say Hail Satan so many times during this episode that you are going to be obliterated by the time it's over. So
you will definitely have liver failure.
Yes, take a shot every time they say Hail Satan. You will not be conscious by 5 minutes into the episode. Sadly. And when they ask Michael, Jeff and Mutt, who are Billy and Evan, when they ask Michael what they can do for him, Michael says that, you know, he wants them to bring back the person that he lost, who is Miss Mead. And everybody who speculated that these two were the two people who created Miss Mead, they were absolutely correct. The two said that they have the technology to make HAL 900 or HAL 9000, I think, from A Space Odyssey look like an abacus.
I call BS. Didn't it take them like not 20 years, but like a lot of years to make Sophia the robot? And she's a robot. This is straight up freaking Kathy Bates here.
Yeah.
Like, and it's 2019, really.
In my theory video, I speculated that it had to be alien technology because we are not capable of that technology as of where we stand right now. And even if we could make a Miss Mead, it would take possibly 10 to 20 years to even make her, not a year or two, you know, after, in between the time that she's burned and she comes back for the apocalypse.
Well, it must have been like a week or so because, like, what?
In between the time she is burned and they bring her back, it is in between less than 2 years. So, yeah, I mean, that was incredible. Incredible. I don't care how much coke you put up your nose. I don't care how much money you are paid or how much you worship Satan. There's no way you can produce that technology. And I definitely give kudos to the show for going out of the realm on this one. So
yeah, hey, at least they tried.
Exactly. I just kind of figured this is AHS. I'll just hold on to the life raft and just go along for the ride and see where it takes me. And the guys do finish Miss Mead. I'm so sorry, my stupid nose is itching. But before they activate her, they warn Michael not to tell her that she's a robot. It will create an existential crisis within her. And this is funny because I actually did an AHS funny short about this, about her having an existential crisis and killing everybody. And I kind of feel like it kind of hit the nail on the head at this one. So they warn him, Michael, that if she finds out she's a robot and it confuses her or whichever, she could go crazy and kill everybody, even him. And so he says, okay, obviously I won't tell her. But when they turn her on, she's instantly recognizes Michael and tells them how much she missed him while stroking his face. And it was just the most creepiest shit I'd ever seen in my life. That you can make somebody like that out of a robot that could be so...
In like a matter of 2 weeks.
Right.
Also.
Literally. With no money. They're not paying Michael, or Michael is not paying them any money. They are literally doing it for the good of their Antichrist.
Okay, so did Miss Mead realize she was a robot in episode 2? Or did she already know
She realized something in episode 2. Yeah, she definitely did not know that she was a robot, as we all had kind of speculated. And her idea about killing with the poisoned apples, that was Michael that had suggested that into her. But now it does seem that, okay, so since we've broken away from the current timeline, which was 5 episodes ago, she was going through an existential crisis. She was talking about Venable, how she has all these memories, but she never was this person. And, it's very confusing and hurtful for her because she has these memories of a little boy. Is he even real? And, excuse me, all this stuff. She really is going through this existential crisis. So she might not have had the idea to poison everybody with the poisoned apples, but I do feel that if the show really does hint, or really does make it to, let's say, Miss Mead ends up killing Michael, and she can because she's a robot, she's got the strength, maybe she's indestructible, things like that, I am going to be really fucking pissed because they already gave into the fans and put Tate together with Violet when yet she didn't need a man, okay? When a guy stacks up the bodies and rapes your mother while he's dating you.
We cannot stress this enough, you guys.
That is not boyfriend or girlfriend material. Dump them. And I understand, though. It's just, fiction, and a lot of people definitely fight for them. But I just thought that it was just silly to put those two back together. Just like I thought it was silly to put the technology with Mutt and Jeff, two cokehead Satan whores.
See, and going back to episode 6, I seriously would have written in Michael obliterates Tate, and all of a sudden it just relieves Violet of her, sad teenage bullshit, pretty much, and it's just like a weight lifted like off of them.
Yes.
And it would explain why Constance really wants nothing to do with him. I would have written that. I would not have wrote like them like being together. I definitely wouldn't have done the same.
I did it for the fans. That was a great idea, Kenny, of him obliterating his soul the way that he tried to do to Vivian and that he did to the current occupants and things like that. So that's fantastic idea that you came up with. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I originally give it an 8.5. Maybe I'd give it a 7.5 now, but it definitely is the least strongest episode of all 8 episodes so far. It is definitely the last one, bottom of the barrel. And I mean, there's obviously got to be one episode that's bottom of the barrel. Not every single episode can be of utter perfection. It would have been nice.
Also, okay. I have an idea, and this is a little theory to tie in something.
Okay.
Why is Madison so pissed at, or like bitchy with Mallory? Like, surprise, bitch. So maybe Mallory slaps her. Maybe they get into an argument. I mean, what's their beef about? Like,
maybe Madison tried to take on Mallory. Maybe she tried to kill her like the way that she did Misty Day. Some of the other girls that she thought would be supreme and that would take over, her spot that she thinks is rightly hers.
I like how Stevie wants nothing to do with this drama. She's like, I'm just here to sing.
She's just too good for that shit. That's right.
Yeah, I'm just here to sing.
I am so sorry. Woo, really thirsty. And then we've had this horrible water shortage here in Texas. We're finally off of it, but it's so hard that there has been no water at the grocery store for days. You're on a boil water notice and your pets are thirsty. You're thirsty. You need to cook with it. And it's just been driving me crazy. So I'm so glad now we're finally off of it. I'm hydrating myself. So that's another reason why I'm kind of crazed. I haven't really had any hydration for over a week now since we've been on boil water notification. So, yeah. Again, guys, this was, pretty decent episode. I know we expected more. And I'm just holding on to hope, Kenny. Let's just click our heels 3 times and let's think to ourselves, Ryan's going to do better. Ryan's going to do better. Ryan's going to do better. Hold on. I have here. Actually, that's so cute that we say this right now. Hang on. Let me. Here. Hold on. Here
no, you did not.
I do. I have little red ruby slippers. So let's click them. Click, click, click. Let's think to ourselves, Ryan, we deserve better.
They're going to blast me off the couch.
Click, click, click. Ryan, we deserve
They're going to tie in everything. The finale's not going to be in the past.
I bet you half the fucking episode will be in the past. I shit you not. It's just.
Oh my god! And it's supposed to be the murder house too. Like, what? Are we even gonna get like? I bet.
Oh my gosh! I remember, Kenny, during Roanoke, Casey and Maisie and we totally shit on the Roanoke season 5 twist, or episode 5 twist, and everybody hated us for it. Because they loved it. They thought it was fantastic.
It wasn't a twist, though.
But there were some people who were like you that agreed with us. That really wasn't very much of a twist. But I just hope people aren't going to hate us.
I don't care at this point. I said it. I meant it. I'm not retracting it. I meant every bit of what I said. Honestly, I feel like I'm being a little bit too positive because when I was watching the episode, I was freaking pissed.
Maybe we should go watch it again, on Friday. Not right now. I'm just still a little too, from it. Usually I would go back and I would watch the episode continually, even while I did the review, just to give FX Plus the ratings and, the views and stuff like that. But I just could not muster the strength to do that even today. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so Kenny, since we are drawing to the end of the special episode of Beyond the Horror, I am going to do just a couple of small announcements, and then we are going to go to your thoughts and closing things, and then we'll do mine, and then we'll give some shout outs, and then we'll end it. So I just wanted to say, guys, that I'm doing a special Beyond the Horror, which is, of course, the after show. I'll be doing that for the finale. I'm obviously, Kenny and I are still going to be here for Beyond the Horror and stuff like that. But
yes,
we're doing a special pre-finale live stream. And then we're doing a special Beyond the Horror where we're just going to be giving away a butt ton of prizes and gift cards to you guys. And then, of course, I'll be giving away some mystery packages of DVDs and books. So I'm really freaking excited. Melinda says that she was so disappointed for Halloween regarding this episode. I'm not going to lie. It wasn't a zombie episode. But Melinda, guys, if you feel a little disappointed for the episode, go to my channel, the MaryGirl Moody channel. I put up a nice review of Rob Zombie's Halloween Part 1 and Part 2. It's almost 20 minutes long. Hopefully you'll like it. And you'll kind of enjoy kind of being carried away with some nice Halloween reviews. So go enjoy that. There's also some scary shorts and so other stuff on my channel if you want to go enjoy it. Normally, I would do a Halloween live stream. However, since, oh my God, this day is just literally, I still feel like it's Monday night. and it's not Wednesday night. So I just, yeah, cannot formulate a single thought. I do not think I would be much help or would be able to channel any sort of spirits doing that. So yeah, you guys are so incredibly awesome though. So come join for those live streams. The links are already up in the live streams, already set up in the channel, things like that. And yeah, I'm just too tired to form a cohesive sentence. So please excuse me. So Kenny, let's talk about the anything that you would like to talk about, anything that irked you, anything that made you happy, anything that you would have done better.
Well, if I want to say what I would have done better, it would not have been this episode. And I say that honestly to be harsh, really, because at this point we got, like I said, there's 2 episodes left. It's 10 episodes. It's from my knowledge, it's not going to be a long finale. You know, it's called Apocalypse, which we only got 3 episodes of.
Seriously.
So yeah, I really would not have done this episode the way it was done. I would have had the whole Miss Mead sequence been a 5 to 10 minute thing, maybe less. I would not have had the whole Satanic Church situation. That again could have been a, you know, yeah really. And I would have explained obviously Venable's part, and I would have maybe done a little bit more, maybe less. I don't know. I would have thrown in Scathach just to really just jaws drop, whatever. Maybe even an asylum, whatever. I don't know, but at this point, I feel like the last episode better not be in the past. Because then at that point, I think we're really going to be screwed. I don't know how they're going to tie anything. At this point, I'm going to say they're not going to do no time traveling situation, just because I don't even know if they're going to even explain like what, I mean, it might end in the past and it's just up to us to decide. If they do that, I'm done. Sorry. I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping I get blasted off the couch and my wig's in Mars and whatever. We said that the first episode, and this episode it's glued on tight. It didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much my final thoughts on it. And I don't know what's going on with these new Russian characters, and I'm not a fan of it simply because I want to see more of the Coven. I want things to tie in. I want to go to the future and actually, you know,
live there,
live in the apocalypse. You know, just because. Also, the posters and promos were a bit misleading. With, you know, the one with the purple dress and the gas mask. Like, who the fuck is that supposed to be? Like,
yeah,
nobody. I mean, it made it seem like some bad bitch is gonna take Cordelia's position. Mallory, she's not. You know, she's the white witch, the flower. You know, misty type of, like, it was just misleading, and I don't. You know, I don't know.
Yeah. I do hope that they really do. They've got to do something these last 2 episodes. They need to do something that is going to send our wigs into the next universe, because it was starting out so great, so strong. And it was like an airplane that's taking off in the air. You have a nice, smooth, effortless glide at the top.
And then there's turbo.
And then all of a sudden,
a storm.
Right when you're on that perfect airplane, you realize there's no fucking pilots, and the airplane
snakes on a plane.
Yes.
Yeah. Ugh.
And but I just hope though that, you know, again, it's that it will change, and that maybe they just did that for a reason, because the last 2 episodes are going to blow us to smithereens. So that, at least that's what I'm hoping. But I'm definitely going to continue the theory videos I have. And there was a theory that one viewer said something about Cordelia and the witches, and it just blew me away. And I thought I should look into that.
What is the theory about? Like, how are they going to act like the witches are dead? Like Zoe, Queenie,
well, it's Halloween night at the outpost that night. So where we left the current story of American Horror Story Apocalypse, where Michael confronts the witches and they've just resurrected Mallory, Dinah, and Coco. That's where the current storyline is. That is Halloween night. And it just seems to me that the reason why, or excuse me, not to me, excuse me, it seemed to a viewer that the reason why the witches were immune to the radiation and that they were actually there was because it was Halloween night and their souls were allowed to move freely across the earth. So after that night, they're going to be gone, leaving Mallory, Dinah, and Coco to take on Michael. So does that make sense? That they're really ghosts in the present?
I don't know a lot of witchy rules on the show, but they resurrected 3 witches. Like a dead person's gonna resurrect somebody. I don't know. It makes sense, yeah, that they would be dead, but
Melinda says that was her theory. Oh, yay. Okay, Melinda, I'm so glad you said something because I just thought it was incredible because we didn't see them. We're not after Halloween night and they did just show up. They're immune to the radiation. They seem, beautiful. And the apocalypse didn't do one thing to their beauty or their sense of humor. And those people in the apocalypse, I mean, they pretty much had even lost their beauty and their sense of humor. So, I mean, really, it just kind of made me think maybe that's why they're radiant. Maybe that's why the apocalypse hasn't affected them. Maybe that's why the radiation and all the nuclear stuff outside has not affected them. So I just thought it was very interesting. And ever since it was introduced to me, I thought, holy shit, that would be such a great twist. But it's so great. I sincerely doubt that the show will actually do it. But all right, guys. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kenny. What were you going to say?
I was gonna say, why the fuck did Hotel end in 2022? Like, how are they gonna explain all of that? Like, oh,
yeah,
it's gotta be like they go either back in time or it can't be. Oh well, we it can't be. The apocalypse did happen, but all of a sudden, no. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, it is one more hour for me and left in the month of October 2018. So I'm going to put on a horror movie and get ready for bed. Hopefully, it's going to be my luck that one of my kids is going to get sick tonight and start crying out for me just as soon as my head hits the pillow. But thank you all so much for watching. I love talking about this with you, Kenny. I love talking about reading your comments here on the live stream chat and all that stuff. So thank you all so much for being here. And I apologize that I'm not more cohesive and on point. I was going to take a nap earlier, but sadly I have broken my phone even. My phone doesn't even work. And it's been so nice because, well, I don't have an alarm clock now, sadly, but nobody bugs me. Nobody texts me. Nobody calls me. And it's so peaceful. I can read a book. I can actually sit down and watch, one of my favorite YouTubers, Grace Report, talk about a show that I don't watch, but I like to watch her.
Hey, maybe you belong in Outpost 3. You don't need technology.
Yes, I'm not like a technological person. For me, it's never been a make or break. I can go without it. But my kids, they can't go 2 seconds without it. It's that's how they are. Kenny, thank you so much for being on the show. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, sorry, people. I'm a little, whatever. I'm going to say what I meant. So, I mean, you know what? I'm whiny, but it is what it is.
Hell yeah, Kenny. All right, guys, thank you again so much for watching. We will be back next week. Weekly Wednesday live stream is tomorrow. Again, because I wanted to avoid spoilers for people who hadn't seen the episode. And I think that's it. Probably a patron-only live stream tomorrow, too. And yeah, y'all have a very great night and have a very safe, happy Halloween. And I hope y'all are safe and that Michael Myers doesn't come for any of y'all out there tonight. All right, everybody. Thank you again so much for watching. Have a great night. And again, happy Halloween.